Hello guys, welcome to the channel, Bob here. As you can see, we're back in Everquest Project 1999, and I'm on my monk, and we're level 17, woohoo! Which means that I've got, what have I got? I've got Fain Deaf, haven't I? I've been Fain Deafing everywhere, essentially, just wherever I think I've kind of maxed the skill out now for this level, but yeah, since I got it at the beginning of 17, I've just been using it pretty constantly. Yeah. Falling over when I don't need to fall over and stuff, just to level it up really, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm still at a point where it's not, it's not sort of super duper reliable. And the other thing I didn't realise about Fain Deaf is I kind of thought it was either it worked or it didn't. It's when it doesn't work, you get a little message up saying, you've fallen over. When you don't get a message, apparently that means it's worked. What I didn't realise is if you're in combat like this at the moment and you fall out, because I was using it in combat, just to skill it up. But what was happening was that I was still being attacked. I thought, oh, that's weird. And then I kind of read up on it. Apparently, it's quite difficult to use in combat. If the mob is kind of in the process or about to start its attack animation and you feign and it hits you, apparently it keeps on attacking. But I've actually noticed strangely that I've used it and the mob has kind of been swinging at me and it's missed, but then it's still been attacking me again. And I didn't get the message where it said you've fallen over. So yeah, it's quite an intricate skill. And I guess it appears to be one of those that's best used when you're moving and you're slightly if you're running from a mob, you're slightly in front of it, and you use it when you're not being hit. Basically, I imagine it's probably quite difficult to use when you're being wailed upon. And I have to say, I've generally found it difficult to use, or difficult to get the timing right when you're just in combat with a single mob, really, of your level, or lower. In this case, obviously lower than my level. Yeah, it's been pretty difficult actually, and I'm not sure why. I'm still trying to work out the intricacies of the whole skill and how it works. But it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. And obviously, before I kind of start grouping, which I do want to do, and I'll probably end up being the puller as well. Which again, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I don't mind that. When I've been in groups, even with my shaman, I've kind of found myself as a puller sometimes because there hasn't been anyone else to do it. And it's and I quite enjoy it. I quite like it. It's a responsibility, I know, and that might seem quite strange for me wanting to go into a group with people and then have a responsibility. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I haven't really done it with a monk much yet, so maybe it actually won't work out at all well. But I think learning Fain Deaf and how the mechanic works, sort of inside out, is probably quite an important thing. But that's quite interesting. I didn't know that. I kind of thought that if you're in combat and you clicked it and it worked, you were fine. But apparently there are situations in combat if you're being hit where actually it might not work. Let me try it here. Let's see if I can. Okay, well there you go. So I kind of feigned there, and I didn't get the message up to say that I'd failed, and the mob hadn't hit me between me clicking feign and feigning, but it still attacked. So yeah, quite interesting. Is that an undead thing? I'm really not sure. Let's try it again. Yeah, so I'm not fooling the mob here. That could be because it's failing. I mean, maybe I'm sure I read on the wiki that it's failed generally because you get a message up saying you've fallen over. I didn't get the message there, did I? No. And if you don't get a message, then it means that it's worked. But I mean, the mob was swinging at me then when I went to feign, but he didn't actually hit me. So yeah, okay. Obviously, still got a lot to learn. I'm obviously not doing something right. Let's feign here. Okay. I think as I was feigning there, the mob kind of was too close to me essentially, and hit me. Yeah, but obviously I've got quite a lot to learn on that front. If anyone's got any tips for feigning, then please let me know. But I'm loving the monk generally. It's simple and complex at the same time. I know that I must have repeated myself so many times, but I do like just walking up to things and hitting them. And all your skills are pretty much instant. there's no waiting around for casting spells, that kind of thing. Obviously, with that, you've got to take into account the fact that, is my monk going to be as powerful as Bug Rot? No, probably not. Not unless I was lucky and got a ton of super equipment. He's not going to have that spell. He's not going to have that spell amount, the amount of different spells, different options available to him for dealing with a fight. But it's just a different way of playing the game, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not going to fight that scale bone because not on 44% life. What I probably could do actually, just quickly make sure there's nothing around. Let's use my bind wound. I've quite enjoyed raising the skills as well, like I keep using mend whenever it's available. As I said, Fain Death I kept using, bind wound. Well, I don't know if other sort of melee sort of players find it, but what I'm finding is essentially you kind of find yourself at less than 100% hit points most of the time. And I actually quite like being at about 50, because these mobs that I'm fighting at the moment don't do too much damage, but they do enough so that basically, I've got some space there to be able to raise my bind wound skill, to use bind wound up to 50%. I think at some point someone said that bind wound goes up to 75% at some point, which would be cool. I imagine that I'm going to be needing lots of bandages, but that's great. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. In this situation, what I would do is, at this point, I wouldn't use mend. I guess that's probably the most sensible thing to do. I would, after the fight, I'll bind myself up to 50%, then use mend. Then that seems to be the way to do it. But yes, I'm loving the monk. I like the style. I like my mustard-coloured robe. I like the fact that I kind of just walk around with a stick. It's all pretty. Oh, hang on, what's going on? I'm too far away. God damn. I just hate it when that happens. Yeah, I love the fact that I'm walking around with a stick. It's all pretty cool. I'd welcome any monk tips. If you've got any ideas on equipment that I could maybe get for myself at this point, let me know. I haven't got any more bandages left. God damn! If I use mends now, there we go, up to 59. I feel a lot safer about using mend sort of at this point now, because I haven't lost any. I haven't hurt myself for quite some time. I'd say 90% of the time it works. 10% of the time I just don't get anything at all, essentially. So that's pretty good. What I might do, guys, is I might just run back to a vendor. Let's use a. What have we got? Check what I've done somehow. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. I was thinking to myself, I'm sure I had a 10-dose Spirit of Wolf potion. God damn it. Okay. What I might do is just I might head back to the vendor just to buy some more bandages. Actually, I'm almost. Actually, no. I'm gonna play it out because I'm almost level 18. You see, and I've got to go back at some point. Well, I'll go back at level 18 because I get Intimidate at level 18. So I will go and train that up. So what I might do is just get 18 first, then go back after. Means I'll have to slum it with regards to hit points, but that's okay. I'm quite interested to try Intimidate. I'm not sure if this is a particularly great area to do it in. Lots of roaming mobs, but I imagine if you can find the right area, it's pretty cool. I've read that it's not super reliable, but if you get like low dark blues and light blues and stuff, it's pretty good. What I've found so far with what I'm doing here with the monk is that you kind of move on to mobs and they're a bit tough at first, but a level or two goes by and they get kind of lower dark blue, and eventually you can just keep pulling them really, and no problems. I think I might have to go back to some bandages here. I'm just going to be sitting around on my backside quite a lot otherwise. I haven't actually been back to Kern's Tower at all. And what I've noticed with the Iksar is there's a great levelling path. I mean, I've essentially reached level 18, or level 17, almost 18, just really by being a few minutes run from from the city, really. You know, I mean, there's a ton of mobs here. It's so different from the original game. You know, there's so many more options for you to choose with regards to hunting, and there's just a swarm of mobs everywhere of varying levels. So you kind of never run out of things to fight, really. I'm going to head back to town actually while I've got a Spirit Wolf on. Who is it? Who's in Kern's Tower at the moment? Any power leveling going on? Let's have a look. Doesn't look like there's anyone. Actually, I think I might have done that wrong. Doesn't look like there's anyone in there at the moment. Oh yeah. I was a 13 monk and a 13 shaman. Probably not worth me going in there actually to group with them, because I think probably they will be fighting lower level stuff at the entrance, I would assume. I don't know the zone enough to go in there and sort of look round for something to fight. You know, I know there are different floors, but I would imagine you probably need a group. What I might do, guys, I might end this video here, or end this part of the video here, head into town, pick up some bandages, and then come back. Yep, won't be long. Hello guys, I'm going to Channel Bob here, and I thought I would just add a bit more on to the end of the previous video. Oh, no, that's a large one. I'll give that a miss just for a sec. Yeah, I'm almost level 18 now. I ran to town, picked up some bandages and stuff, and I thought I would just record a bit more so you can see me reach level 18. I'll run over then to train Intimidate and give that a go, see how it works. I'm waiting. I don't know if anyone's... I'm sure loads of people must have... loads of you probably must have ordered stuff and used DPD, the delivery company. I'm waiting for a new SSD today, SSD drive. I'm the one I've currently got is just a little 64 megabyte one that I've been running my Windows on. It's like my boot drive essentially. I got it when they first came out, or when they first kind of came down to a reasonable price, and it's been great. But what I noticed recently is with PC, just certain things, the performance hasn't been particularly great in comparison to how it was, and I've noticed that my boot drive is now pretty much almost full. There's just only a couple of gigs spare on it, and it's my Windows drive, so I think that might be part of the problem. So I'm just waiting for a new one to come in. But the DPD sort of delivery thing is really great, because you can go to a little map and it tells you the name of your driver. It shows you where he is on the map. It shows you where you are. It shows you a little. It tells you his name. It tells you what delivery number he's on. I think the last time I checked, he was kind of on like 60 or something, and I'm delivery 115. So that's pretty cool. It's good and bad though. Actually, it's quite annoying knowing how far away your parcel is. You know, and he keeps. I mean, he's been in the same area, within a few miles of the same sort of area. Yeah, and he keeps driving past. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, because you think, oh, I'll just drop it in, but obviously you can't do that. Yeah, so that's kind of like a game almost in itself that I've had today, just to keep refreshing the old web page there, just to see where he is, how he's doing, and you kind of always get like a little personal attachment to your own driver. You know his name, you can see him, you know, driving around doing stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Typically, I just quickly switched on, quickly started recording just to show you me make level 18. I've got one of those, but typically I've just taken a load of damage. That's the most damage I think I've taken in a fight with these guys. I don't know, probably since I started fighting them, basically. But just because I'm recording, it gives me a load of downtime. But we'll quickly bind up to 50. Maybe mend will be available then. I need to use sneak a bit more as well. I haven't used sneak, and I've heard that, particularly for an Iksar, it can be quite useful when it comes to banking and that kind of thing in the future, because you're killed, you know, your KOS everywhere. So that will be hopefully that'll be pretty interesting. I hope I get to group up with some of you guys with this character. I kind of, you know, I get lots of tells in game about doing stuff, but I think the problem is I kind of play at strange times. I play off peak for a start, I think, with regards to server time. When I logged in earlier on, there was 200 people here, so that's way off peak. And a lot of people that I sort of speak to are, are sort of coming online as I'm going offline. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can sort some stuff out. Particularly as I'm leveling this character up, it'd be quite nice to try and arrange some stuff. I keep thinking about kind of arranging a, I don't know, some kind of channel meet. I mean, again, I'm not into all that typical YouTube stuff. I quite like just logging in and hitting fraps and just talking, really. That's but yeah, it might be quite an interesting thing to do at some point. Just get a few people together and record some stuff. There's a little emerald fencer over here, and I really like these guys. Oh, my men's up, and it worked. Woohoo! I had a slight shock when I was playing the other days. I've realised that I've mucked up my Burinai or Berinai. Basically, the badgers don't like me anymore for whatever reason. I haven't killed any of them, and I haven't done anything as far as I'm aware. But unfortunately, they were dubious. But now they're threatening. Yeah, glares at me threateningly. I'm not sure what I've done there. Obviously, I must have done something because I was running past one and everything had been fine, and then suddenly started attacking me. I thought, oh god damn! I'm not sure if it matters at this point because I'm kind of going to be out leveling Kerns soon, and I'm not sure if it's essentially needed the further you get into the game. You need to worry about faction with them. I'm not sure. If anyone's got any advice on that, let me know. But yeah, I don't know if I interacted with someone or I was grouped with someone that killed one. I really don't know, but it's a bit of a pain in the arse, yeah, because it suddenly just changed, and now I'm having to sort of watch out for them. I guess I probably could just kill them, basically, for experience now, because they're all blue. But I'm not sure if I want to muck it up even more. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter now. Once you're threatening, it's really just not worth worrying about. I'll have to see. This greater scale bone just hit me 30, so I've got a sneaking suspicion I'm going to get hurt bad here. That's my experience. Almost level 18. This might be a ding-worthy one. This one, we'll have to see. The leveling's been really quick as well. I think that's essentially because there are so many mobs around. You can just keep pulling. So it just feels like things are going quickly. But this is 17 to level 18. I don't think the experience bonus is on anymore, from what I can tell. I don't think so. But yeah, 17 to 18, I did pretty much without the bonus, assuming it's still off. Assuming it's off now, I think it is, and it's gone. Yeah, it's gone pretty quickly. No problems at all. It's just going to be the one, or we're going to need one more. I thought it was going to be a closer fight actually, but obviously the DPS of us. There we go. Woohoo! Level 18. So I need to go and get myself Intimidate. Yeah, I think the DPS of my staffs is pretty cool. I'm quite looking forward to getting to level 20, where a damage cap comes off, because it's capped at sort of 28 at the moment. Although occasionally I'll do 29 and 30, but I think it's capped at 28 generally. But that will come off at 20, so that'll be pretty cool. I'm still using the one hands just to keep the skill going. But I have found, some people say you should use one-handed, dual wield one-handed until level 20, but I've obviously got no numbers, no cold hard numbers, but I did just do some test in-game kind of testing of my own, and generally found that the two-handed staff is still doing more damage. When I say more damage, I'm noticeably killing things quicker than I am with my two one-handeds, and that's comparing them to two Master Wu's Trance sticks. So yeah, I'm definitely, for any monks out there who are looking at looking at what to use, I'm personally still finding the two-handed, even below level 20, to be better if you're not sure what to buy. Anyway, guys, I think I'll end the video here. This has been an update on my monk. Going great guns at the moment, level 18, really enjoying it. Just going to go and buy Intimidate, and yeah, thanks for watching.